Doop 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 doo. Doo. Come on. There we go. Well, all right. Good evening on this Tuesday. And 64% reporting in is that, well, we all know what happened back last time when we sort of counted our chickens before they hatched. And, well, RSBN's calling it. He's about 10.8 points ahead. It's insane. But there has been some shenanigans, if you will. Whatchamacallit. The shenanigans are that, let's see, hold on. I downloaded Windows 11. So we'll go on to the Patriot.win here. Let's see. Come on. Now is not the time to be showing me wrong here. Whoever David Wasserman is, he's saying, I've seen enough. Glenn Youngkin defeats Terry McAuliffe in the Virginia governor's race. I don't know. Maybe. But again, I don't really want to. Now, I called it. I'd say call it. I said that shenanigans may occur. And they may have. Uh-oh. Interesting. Let's see what else we got here. So, in the top corner, that's RSBN. Let's see if they have anything to say.
Around the campaign areas, but through the countrysides, driving up to Northern Virginia and doing all that. Thank you. Hey, a couple words with you. We're live on the air with Right Side Broadcasting Network.
So, still,
okay, great.
He is 11.3% ahead in that instance. Let's see what else, anything else we can find live. Let's see. Anything live?
From Republicans throughout the state is that Youngkin really was and is the type of candidate that they needed to really unify Republicans, but also bring in independents as well. What did Democrats do to try to rally their base and get them to the polls?
I don't care about that. All right. There's that. Let's go back to well, I did have the Patriots.win open, but apparently they're being DDoSed. How about that? DDoSed. So it's 66% reporting. That's over or close to 2/3. Are there enough votes in, let's say, Fairfax County, Loudoun County, all the Democrat-controlled, cesspools up in Northern Virginia? Are there enough? Well, let's just say we all thought before we went to sleep that one fateful night last year that, no shenanigans are going to happen. Well, shenanigans happened, of course, because that is the way it is. Don't like it. Obviously, I don't like it, but what am I going to do? But, let's see if they say anything now.
Expected. We knew that would be potentially something that would happen, but it's really, as long as you're shaving in so many of these counties, the percentage that is typically drawn by Democrats, if you could take an edge into that, that helps.
Okay, looks like he's up still, más o menos, plus 10%. Well, that's good. Maybe I sold my house too early in Virginia. No, I didn't. I did not. Even though Virginia is a really cool state, well, cool as in being, well, at the time when I was there, it wasn't, you still had Northern Virginia, but everywhere else is okay. It's not the case anymore. It's funny how liberals and Democrats, when they sort of take over an area, like a malignant tumor, they sort of destroy everything. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, not all Fairfax County's messed up. Well, you shouldn't put your person who can't speak English properly to be your spokesperson. But besides that, let's think about this for a second. What happens when liberals take over is, in fact, fairly simple. Essentially, they take over and they destroy the infrastructure. They create these walled communities within that area and sort of block everyone else. Of course, that's, I don't think that was an important text message, but let's see what's going on here.
Manager business that are pro Youngkin.
Everybody that I've talked to here tonight who's an entrepreneur has been supportive of Glenn.
69% so far. 69. I know, I'm 13 years old, apparently. But yeah, that is what's going on so far. Let me think here. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back to the Patriots.win. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They DDoSed the crap out of him. Holy smokes. Oh, no, it's back. Hold on. Okay, they're back. Let's see.
To share a few words about you, for them to say that you're a kind person, a generous person, a likable person, that's one of the best compliments.
Well, that's good. 69% still reporting. Again, after being bitten last time, thinking that, let's see. Maybe, but that's one of those things here on YouTube that you can't discuss anything, how you say, that goes against their Democrat socialist narrative. I mean, you can, if you're low on the totem pole, such as me. And then, apparently this happened 25 minutes ago, and I think this was when 60% was reporting. I think this looks like NBC. They reported to say VA statewide, too close to call. And where was it? Here we go. Fairfax County trying to cheat again. They're late reporting and said they need to rescan. Rescan? Why? Why do you need to rescan? It's like these people have started counting votes for the first time, and they had no training up until now. They get in there and they start, oh, well, wait a minute, what? You have to rescan votes. Why? Why do you got to rescan votes? Unless you know what I'm going to say. And of course, people in here are not happy. All from GD mofos, GPU effing spineless, effing cowards could have prevented this. Just keep voting, folks. Just keep voting. Let's see. Care for holders, no room for hard truth. Okay. This is a message from the real President Donald Trump. I would like to thank my base for coming out and forcing voted for Glenn Youngkin. Without you, he would not have been close to winning. The MAGA movement is bigger and stronger than ever. Glenn will be a great governor. Thank you to the people of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and most particularly to our incredible MAGA voters. Again, let's see what this person says. Justin, Youngkin takes early lead in, this was 8:15 p.m., which was about an hour ago. Largest county are reported delayed due to ballot rescanning. Ballot rescanning. Ballot rescanning. Thank you, my dudes. If you could like, subscribe, whatever. I'm also on BitChute and Odyssey because, you know. But, yes. Thank you for subbing if you're out there. Yeah, most Democrats do live in a alternative universe that somehow, I suppose, I guess we don't occupy. So yes, as of right now, 69% is reporting. Apparently, Fairfax County is rescanning their ballots. So we all know what happened last time when that happened, don't we? But some people have called it yes for Glenn Youngkin already. Some people have. Some. I'm going to check that out right now. Let's see. Let me go back to this. Nope. That's the other one. Okay. Because right now the Patriots.win. Let's see. I'll put in the chat here. Well, I guess I know who's not going to call this for Glenn Youngkin would be Mama Susan. If y'all know who Mama Susan is. Yeah, you know, the Mandela effect, that's a weird thing. Like it's the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstein. I always thought it was the Berenstein. But some people say, no, it was always Berenstain. I must have been or divided off. Another copy of myself went off to that other timeline. I'd stuck on this one. Whatever timeline where Trump is still president, I'd like to be on that timeline right now. Yes. So that is the rub right now. We're over 2/3 done reporting. And then Fairfax County, which is by far, if it's not the largest county in Virginia by population, it should be, I think. Don't hold me to it. Now, if they're having to rescan and they need more time, why does every other county in Virginia, by the way, out there, folks, there in Lazaland, I lived in Virginia for almost 4 years. And this is not the first time they voted there. I'm just saying. Just saying. Not the first time. So Glenn Youngkin right now, as we're seeing on RSBN, he's up by 9.7%. percentage? Or 9.8? Wait. I'm trying to do the math here. Math is not my... Oh, yes, Mr. Old Man Zone. I can't prove it, but I think they are. Yes, Mr. Brandon, they will have a chance to conjure magical. Okay, now, RSBN called it for Glenn Youngkin. Okay, that's just RSBN. Do I want to go? Let's see what Fox News says. Okay. Let's see.
Aren't in favor of. It is, let me check the time for you here. We are sitting at 9:18 here. Giving a little sports update. If you're in the world of sports, the Braves lead the Astros 3-0 in Game 6 of the World Series. That is incredible. And mind you, Atlanta, the city that, Biden encouraged MLB to...
But I'll tell you what, old man. Fox News calls Arizona for McAuliffe. Yeah, they did it. No, they didn't call it for... Let's see. I got the live election map. I'll put that up. Hold on. Let's see here. Instigator. Okay, let's see. Right here is the... I'll take... where is it? I'll take that one down right now. So, Fox News is calling... It's at 71% for them. Okay, yeah, same thing with RSBN. He's still right around 10 points above McAuliffe. He's up... Wow, he's up about 230-ish thousand votes. I don't know what other... Let's see. Virginia, or New Jersey, that's Phil Murphy, that scumbag, is going to win, but we all knew that. There was some other... Yeah, and that's what's funny about this is that it's been 12 years since, if this holds true, which I hope, sorry, Greta, which I hope, is that I was there in Virginia 12 years ago when they started losing it all. This was like 09. When I first got there, they just started, I'm like, what? I was like, what the hell, man? What are you doing? It's like, you son of a gun. Let's see. Youngkin supporters say say there's spirit of optimism as results come in. Okay, so what did so we gotta ask yourself if he does hold true to this. Let's go through the data real quick. Why did he win? If that's the case, we don't know yet. We can't be, hoping and praying and then nothing happens. But what did he say? Or actually, better yet, let's think about this for a second. What did Terry McAuliffe do to screw it up? Because it was in the bag for him. It was in the bag. He shouldn't... If you look at all of this data that's coming in, he shouldn't be this close at all. 10 points above? There's no way. That's insane. At 71% reporting, that's insane. Now, this is Fairfax County shenanigans, coming down the pike. Yes, there, Brandon. 260,000 Mas o Menos votes in Fairfax County have yet to be counted. They had to rescan them, okay? Because I guess they messed up. Proud American says, I'd like to thank that the Biden administration and Democrat administrations across the country for pushing more people to the Republican Party than Trump ever could. Yeah, and unfortunately that it took the Democrats destroying the country for the normies to come out and go, wait a minute, it's getting destroyed? How is it possible? Well, I'll tell you how it's possible. By you voting in a demented old codger who shits his pants while he's at the Vatican to run the biggest economy in the world, the third largest by population country in the world. You couldn't have messed it up worse if you were... Actually, no. You couldn't mess it up worse even if you were trying to. And he's not even trying. There's all his scumbag, cabinet members and his czars and his sycophants are out there pushing this bullcrap. They sent the biggest political operatives that the Democrats had into Virginia in the last week. And what happened? This is what happened. So, right. I've seen that number where he's got to, as of right now, he has to secure 87% of the total vote, which even if I don't see 70% of Democrats beating out 30%, I don't see it. Now, could it happen? Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, I'm glad that I'm wrong, that I called this in one of my previous videos, was it last week, that he was probably going to lose. Again, the votes aren't in yet. And if there are no shenanigans, and if everything goes above board here, it's going to be, this is a big FU to Brandon and that potato head scumbag who's occupying the White House. You know what? Yes. I've seen this done in the past where out of the blue, they find a bag full of ballots behind a water cooler somewhere. Like, hey, where's these ballots? Oh, all of them were for McAuliffe. How is that possible? Yes, I see. Yeah, again, I don't want this scumbag to win, but why isn't there anybody? Okay. 74% reporting, 53 to 45. That's closed by 8. No, by 2 points. And so in the New York City mayoral election, Democrat Eric Adams soundly defeats Curtis Silwa. Of course, that was in the bag, because everyone up there is a scumbag liberal piece of human trash. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, Alexandria County too. We need to be really concerned about this. Let's see what RSBN's saying.
In terms of these forensic audits, Chris Krebs said last year was the most.
All right, he is still up 9-ish, 10-ish% as of right now. Interesting. If you could, I don't want to, beg you, because I really can't. Usually when you beg, you usually have something to offer. All I do is offer my content right now. And if you could, go ahead and hit the like button if you don't mind. Just like you, just sitting here and watching all the stuff come in. As of right now, he is 9 points ahead ish. We'll call it that. Whoops. I don't know. Jena, Canada. How's it going there? Yes. And again, let's just be cognizant that the shenanigans haven't popped up yet. This usually happens at every time during any election, either federal elections or state elections in Virginia. The big counties wait to the very end where you think your guy is up. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, Jana, I am sorry that you live in Canada. I'm sorry. I've been to Canada many times. Canada's a cool place, but right now, holy shine, nice. It's insane. You know what? Here's what I find funny. Jana brings up an interesting thing that occurs during high inflation. So, as the cost of goods and services rise, okay, then the government goes, well, we need to raise minimum wage. And so they raise the minimum wage, but costs are still high. So you didn't change the price of anything other than causing it a pain in the ass. Again, I am no monetary expert here. But all I know is that, because before, they said, here in the United States, they say, we need to raise the minimum income to $15 an hour. Then that Rashida Tlaib, that scumbag, she goes, wow, we need to raise it to $20 an hour. I say, hey, lady, hold on. How about we raise it to $1,000 an hour? Who cares, right? It's just money. I think with Canada, I think we should, United States should just annex Alberta. Just go up there and kind of go, hey, would you guys like to become part of the, Upper Montana? I'm pretty sure a lot of people say, yeah, I think they would. Or give them some sort of autonomy, have their own, sort of like they're loosely tied to the United States. They run on a U.S. passport, but they can, call the United States for help when, Trudeau asked to come in, tries to reinvade Alberta. Like, good luck. There's a lot of heavily armed, geeked up, hillbilly, redneck Albertans that don't like this shit. But what are they going to do? You know what's funny, though, Jana, is that every time in, right around this time, a lot of the Quebecois, the French Canadians, they moved to their summer home in Florida. They roll down in their Subaru Foresters and, and their Birkenstocks and, and clog the arteries up in Florida. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? It's like, split. Yeah, there's a lot of Albertan cowboys that aren't for all the crap that's going on, but what are they going to do? Can't really fight it. As soon as Youngkin, they say his victory speech. Victory. Victory. Let's see here. Yeah, there's going to be shenanigans tonight. I hope so. I honestly hope so, that this is the coffin nail for Terry McAuliffe's political career. I hope so. McAuliffe is just a straight Clintonian puppet. He's just not a good guy. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. I mean, I'm not going to say he's spewing sulfur out of his nose, but I wouldn't put it past him. Just saying. We'll go back and see what's going on here. Over on the Youngkin side.
Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, former President Barack Obama chose to get on the campaign trail for McAuliffe. They chose to join him on stage and really promote him. That might have hurt that campaign. Apparently, it did hurt that campaign, because if you look at the independents and moderate Democrats and the libertarians that were very much indecisive on that, what you have is a swing in independent voters, I would assume, here.
And that's what I talked about earlier, is that he brought out the big guns. He brought out, like, Obama, the potato's wife, Big Mike, all these filthy goddamn socialist commie pieces of human garbage out there to stump for him. And it didn't work. Imagine that. The most popular, ever, super duper awesome, most popular president ever to be elected couldn't pull it off in Virginia. Yep. And you know what, Otto? That is a good point. They won't. At least with Republicans, they sort of a lot of times when they lose, they sort of, not successfully all the time, but they'll kick back and kind of regroup and say, okay, here's what we got to do different. Democrats, they frickin' triple the fuck down. They're going to trash McAuliffe, exactly. They're going to say he didn't do right. He didn't, kiss the right babies. Yes, and their agenda is completely flawed, 100%. I know, and I always say this. It's always, sometimes I think it's tongue in cheek, but I honestly think that if you're a Democrat, if you're a normie who's sort of like politically is center and going, I don't want to take a side, you usually vote left anyways. The centrist, the center right, the center left, people who don't really, are kind of wishy-washy, you need to stop becoming wishy-washy here. Sort of taking the, the pragmatic approach, like, well, I'd like to look at both sides. I don't need to look at both sides anymore. Now, if there was a libertarian candidate out there that could win, I'm on board. But there isn't. Because libertarians are freaking insane sometimes. And the liberals are going to double down on this. They're going to say, well, people in Virginia are just too stupid to understand the nuance of our political ideology, so we're going to double down and call you a super double extra racist. That's what they're going to do. Just straight up. You're super duper phobe and an ist. And so, yes, Jaina, they are kicking cops. They're not firing them per se. They're giving them unpaid leave until they have the correct training, to say that the jib jab is the best thing for you. And it may be. It may not be. Don't know. But of course, I have to be careful what I say, because Mama Susan out there no likey when you actually talk off message. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, Republicans tend to back off somewhat when they lose big. Of course, not always, but look at gay marriage. Republicans came off that pretty quick. Yeah, exactly. Because that was not a hill you should you should die on. Whether you like it or not, if you're, a Christian or not, or whatever you have some other reasons why you don't agree with it, you can't, they're part of society, regardless. They're a small part of society. I'm talking about the LGBTQ Batman symbol, AIP, QWERTY people. They're all part of society. They pay taxes. They're here. They're probably in part of some of your families. That's just it. And dying on the hill that, we shouldn't have. I think I went off early. I thought about this. I think about 10 years ago, maybe about 10 years ago. Yeah. I said we should stop calling it marriage, because marriage is a legal term, I guess, that government sort of defines as two people, used to be a man or woman, getting married and into a union and whatever. I thought that we should call it, you can leave it up to the Christians out there. They can call it a marriage. They can leave it that. They can say, well, if you want to be part of our church, you want to get married, whatever, you have to be with us, and it's a religious ceremony. Marriage would be a religious ceremony. Government sees it like a cooperative companionship, to where you sign a document saying, okay, and this could be like a, it doesn't have to be like this huge, prenup or postnup or whatever. It could be like a, 13-page piece of, or document where everyone goes through there and, clicks off or writes down, okay, whatever you come in with this marriage, that's yours. Whatever come in with that's yours. Whatever we accumulate during that time, we split up. And it could make everything, especially for divorces out there, which are 50%, it could make things easier. You wouldn't have all these grimy lawyers out there trying to, try to make things worse. Let's put it that way. But again, what I'm trying to say is that Republicans saw that and was like, there's just no way you're going to win this. And surprisingly, there's a lot of homosexuals out there, part of the LGBTQ Batman symbol, QWERTY, LMNOP, plus, ampersand, backslash, https://www.lgbtq.com. People out there that are not filthy goddamn liberals and socialists and communists and independents who sort of, I hate liberals. I know I'm off all over the place here, but I almost dislike people who are in the middle, sort of like vote on both sides of the issue. I almost hate them more than I do liberals and commies and anybody left of Pol Pot, Lenin, Stalin, etc., etc., etc. I almost don't like them as much, just because they're just like, I don't know, I'm better than you because I take both sides of the issue. But if you look at the stats, most of the times these independents vote left. More often they vote right. So they're really left. Yeah, marrying someone with nothing, that sounds lame. That's like going to a random homeless person and go, you want to get married? He's like, what? You? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, you leave the marriage as a religious ceremony, but the government, they call it something else, cooperative companionship, you can go by far as calls a civil union to encompass everybody, I guess. You could. Yeah, I don't speak for everyone. It's just an idea I had, it's kind of like, I don't have any specific political power to change anyone's, narrative out there. I can't exactly just do it, but has anyone, this is off topic here, 77% reporting. He's up 7.8. Getting close. Yeah, they changed the mail-in requirement to where I don't know if this is for New Jersey or Virginia, but I saw somewhere to where they can accept mail-in ballots up till this Friday. As long as it's postmark. Even though election night is Tuesday, you could still receive ballots up to Friday. So you're going to tell me that there is no way possible that there could be any election shenanigans. It's not just going to tell me that it can't happen. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Sounds fishy to me. There is a reason why you have the election done in one night. Why? To stop shenanigans from happening. Now, I'm using that word shenanigans because Mama Susan and the YouTube moderators out there are villainous scum. And they're going to do everything in their power to remove people who don't go along with their narrative. Summer fragrance. Why did I think that was like a... Never mind. I saw this. This is the Air Force kicked out 23 recruits from boot camp who refused to get the super duper 100% effective, jib jab. All right, let's see what's going on in this.
Give away money to people who are non-citizens, people who have not contributed to the system. They want to give money.
Talk about immigration real quickly. That's a hot topic. The Biden administration came out just this past week and announced that even the conversation of giving illegal families that have been separated from their kids $450,000.
You heard that correct, right? The potato went out and said, hey, you know what we're going to do, out of fairness? We're going to give illegal immigrants that were separated at the border $450,000. Wait, how about no? Because you broke into the country, essentially you broke into someone's house, and then we're going to pay you money? No, potato. No. Yes. Our Brandon in chief is really just a root vegetable. Keyword being vegetable. Now, when you can't control your bowels when you're meeting the Pope, the Pontiff, you probably don't need to be concerned about the nuclear football. You should be concerned about ice cream and going to bed at 5 o'clock at night. And not running a country right now. It's sad that people voted for that potato and put him where he is. That's if... Yes, Otto. Yes. I have the same problem with my channel. I'll get tons of... Some of my content only gets 20 views. This last week got 1,000, but for the most part, it's sparse. And sometimes some of my videos do get a lot of comments, but they don't show up. They'll pop up like my notifications. They'll say, "Hey, this," and usually they're leftoids, going, "You suck," blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, I want to comment, but I can't because it's not on. It doesn't matter what if I go into the studio or not. I cannot find them. And that's correct. They decide who gets through the filter or not, which is insane. But that doesn't happen on BitChute and Odyssey. Those comments go up. and they're there. They're there right now. But YouTube is what a garbage platform, you know. Yeah, I know it's the irony is thick here when I'm saying that and I'm streaming live on YouTube, but I'm just using their platform to promote my stuff. There will come a time to where Mama Susan and all her YouTube sycophants and moderators are gonna get me. They're gonna get you, Otto. They're gonna get you, Jaina. They're just going to. They're gonna get everyone. And the only thing we left on YouTube is cat videos and James Charles. It looks like 80% in. Youngkin's up 7.1%. Yeah, I would also, Jaina, go to BitChute or Rumble and Odyssey as well. I intend to. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. Well, I was on Twitter. Got rid of it last January. I was on Facebook. Got rid of it last January. So Otto, I don't know if you know Jeremy for the Quartering and Midwestly. He got somewhat demonetized this last week. And he's sort of in the center-ish, he sort of leans right. But he doesn't, he purposely edits himself when he's talking the videos. He'll say something like, instead of saying someone, died, they say he self-deleted or he deleted himself. Or, yeah, I'm not going back to Twitter ever. That's a garbage platform. He is going to be speaking here shortly, I think. But Odyssey and BitChute is the future. Same thing with Rumble, or if you want to get on locals. But diversifying yourself to other platforms is your best option, because the YouTube moderators and Susan Wojak, she could just say, I don't like Laszlo's live stream tonight, and bam, I get booted for a week. I don't know. Who does say that? Yeah, but I have a subscription to the Blaze through Mug Club, so I can watch his stuff live on my phone through an app, or I can go on Rumble, or so if he gets booted off YouTube, I'd rather watch it on Rumble and the Blaze than I would rather watch it on YouTube, because if he's on YouTube, he's got to censor what he says. There's some words he can say, and there's some words he can't say. And you don't know what those words are day by day, because they keep changing their terms of service, because you just don't know. One day you could have like a car repair channel, and you're talking about a transmission, and the euphemism for transmission is tranny. Now, if you say that, and then someone hears it and go, and they make a complaint, bam, you're gone, because you said a word that everyone has been using for, 100 years? Ever since cars been on the road? And it's been a legitimate term, and it wasn't a derogatory term, and all of a sudden someone says, I don't like it, and then bam, it's gone. I don't like that. No, I don't want to lose Tucker, but Tucker, I think he draws in so many eyeballs every night at 5 p.m. Pacific, that he's not going to get booted unless some sort of wacky thing pops up to where he is canceled in any way. So yeah, oh boy, it's gonna be a nail biter, but no, Tucker, I don't think he's going anywhere. And if he does, that guy has big FU money. He could just like, he could buy a freaking island or something like that and move away. He don't need us. No, I don't watch Tucker Carlson every night because I'll watch some clips, but I don't necessarily watch it just because I'm kind of. I don't watch much TV anymore. It's mostly YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey. I watch stuff. Yeah, so I remember Bowtie Tucker when he was on, God, what was it, CNN, and he'd be arguing with James Carville, I think. I think that's what it was, and Carville, would just eat his lunch and go, "Shut up," and be like, "Okay, sorry." But yeah, Tucker's come a long way. He's he's a smart guy. I'll give him that. Funny. Oh man. Well, you can get yourself a My Pillow with up to 66% off with the promo code RSBN. I'm not a sponsor, but I was trying to figure out if I should put this bigger Greta sticker here. She can be in 3D. Yeah, but that was the other thing too. Tucker Carlson at that time, he was young. He was like, what was it, late 20s? Now he's like, what, pushing 50 at least? Probably into his 50s. Yeah, so here's a fun extension you can get for your Chrome browser or any other browser that uses blocking extensions. I have a ad blocker on my Chrome, so I block all YouTube ads. I don't care. I'm sorry for you out there who are monetized. I don't watch your stuff, and you don't get any money from me. My bad. I'm sorry. I just don't do it. But there's another extension out there that you can block mainstream news sites. So I blocked Fox News, CNN, MSNBC. Now there's a few ones that come through like Reuters and Forbes and Breaking News Forbes that come out. But as what Jana says, she gets her next video would be something from Tucker Carlson. That I get like, that A.G. Garland Senate hearing the other day. I got like constantly just inundated with that and other things. So which is good. And I like it. I like blocking out those news sites because I don't want them playing next on my stuff. It still happens every once in a while, but it blocks it out. Uh-oh. So he's up 6.5. 6.5. Yeah, and Mark Dice, I like to watch him. Salty Cracker, that's another one. If you don't know who Salty Cracker is, Jana, you need to find out. He live streams every Sunday and Wednesday and Friday at 5:30 avocado time, which is California time, and 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. You want a show? You need to watch Salty Cracker. That guy's insane. But he's smart. Patriot Purge, who's that? I'm trying to find out. No, but if you have that, Jana, go ahead and if you could put a link in the chat. Oh, I don't need to watch it. I saw it on TV. Oh. Cooker. Hey there, buddy, Tucker. That's what I always wondered. Do Canadians really have like flip top heads? They kind of go. I don't know. I get all my information from South Park about foreign affairs. Hello there, buddy. So, Jane, let me ask you this: the Terrence and Phillips accent. What part of Canada are they from? They seem like to be like for Saskatchewan for some reason. I don't know. Oh, okay, great. That's a BitChute thing. All right, cool. Yeah, this is not going to get called tonight. This is going to get called tomorrow night or sometime next week or this week. I would say next week. I put that there. Manitoba. I tried to listen to somebody from like New Brunswick. I couldn't understand a freaking word they were saying. They sounded like they were talking with English with the marbles in their mouth. It's like, what the hell are you saying? You get hit in the head? It's gone. Oh, that's right. Curse of Oak Island is on tonight. Oh, I think it's already passed. So if you surf the seas, if you get my drift, it'll be probably ready right now. It could be years, yeah. I see it happening. Not tonight. I don't know. I just have a funny feeling that they're gonna do something. And again, I'm not gonna be surprised if it happens, just because look who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a den of vipers. I'm calling them the liberal establishment and their sycophants. They're myrmidons. They're goon squad. Oh, so you know what Oak Island is, right? I don't want to go into explain it, but it's like this island where some ancient astronaut theorists state that the Ark of the Covenant is buried in there. No, it's just a interesting show, but it's not that interesting. I don't like watching with commercials because there's a commercial every 5 freaking minutes. So I don't really watch it that way. Yeah, you're right. This is ever since last November. Of course, they're gonna mine this until to the very last moment until they can say, okay, fine. One of these two guys won. But yeah, they're gonna mine. They're gonna roll this out and keep rolling it out. They're just gonna keep beating this dead horse until. Let's go, Brandon. RSBN. Yeah. Oh man. I don't like Fox News' coverage of this. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you can see this. I'm gonna I'm going to, oh wait, I'm going to look at the statement right here from the expected vote. It says, an Associated Press estimate of how much the vote in an election has been counted. It is informed by turnout in recent elections, details of votes cast in advance, and after polls close, early returns. The estimate may fluctuate as election officials report additional results. And AP learns more about how many voters cast a ballot. So that's basically, it's like, we found these votes. They're behind this this vacuum cleaner in the this abandoned building. Guess we got to add them to the rest of the count, don't we? Yeah. Hey, I found 250,000 ballots in the back of my Nissan Sentra. Uh-oh. Guess we got to count them, right? Oh. I kid. Susan Wojcicki and YouTube moderators out there. There's never been any election fraud anywhere in the world, even in our country, Canada, and anywhere. There's been no election fraud, especially in North Korea when Kim Jong-un wins it, by 99%. I mean, I'd hate to be that 1% out there who winds up missing. And also your 3 generations of your family winds up missing because, you didn't vote the right way. It could happen. Could. Oh, by the way, when you give them enough money, they give you this, complimentary coffee mug. Old BitChute. And then, if you're real OG, you get that. I better not drink it. There's a quarter and a bunch of plastic in here. Don't know why. Yeah, Otto, we're role-playing. We're just doing thought experiments. We don't necessarily believe what we're talking about. But I do. Yeah, it's a pretty good mug. I've had that for 5 years now? 4 years. 5 years. 4, 5. Whatever. I've had it for a while. My brother sent me this sticker. Hi. How dare you? Blah, 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 blah. Anyways. I can do that. She's 18 now. So I can... Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Ouch. Stop it. Keep talking, you puppet. Oh, no. God. I'm going insane. Uh-oh. 6 point... Whoa. 6%. Oh, man. Quiet. I would use her as a voodoo doll, but... Look at me. It looks like I got fetal alcohol syndrome. Allegedly. Yeesh. I don't know. It looks like they're going to try to steal this. Allegedly. Allegedly. That's just a thought experiment I had there. Moderators out there. That's just a thought experiment. Yeah, they're not calling this tonight. They cannot. Side-eye? Side-eye. Ugh. Going insane. I don't know if you ever saw this book before. It's a work of fiction by Dick Masterson. It's called It's tongue-in-cheek, all right? Good God. I think. I don't know. If you don't know who Dick Masterson is, he went out. Just type in Dick Masterson, Dr. Phil. That's all I'm gonna say. Just go ahead and type in that if you get a chance later on tonight. Type in that. Ugh, Phil Murphy. Ugh. Yeah. New Jersey ain't going red anytime soon. Oh. Uh-oh. 5.3% he's ahead. Ugh. They're going to pull out 200,000 votes to beat... There, God. I just see this. Ugh. It's like watching a sinking ship. It's like... No. Conservative bard cleric. Exactly. As I stated before, McAuliffe is a Clintonian stooge. Basically, you would be having Virginia run by the Clintons. Essentially. And then if he does pull it out, which you got just but 15% of the vote, or 15% of the vote left to be counted, according to the Associated Press. I mean, they've already called Arizona for Terry McAuliffe now, so, I mean, who knows? And I think someone's already programming the Dominion machines, which is funny because they called Virginia, I think, but the Old Dominion voting machines, Old Dominion. Uh-oh. Hey, Mitch the Ripper, look at that. If you want to see a good show, Ridgedale Brand, Mitch the Ripper and Arthur the Hat on Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. East Coast time. Yep. Ugh. Yeah, it's getting tight. Yeah, There is something interesting to say about the. I thought I thought after this pandemic, some say we're still in, some say we're not, but why? It just seems like the blue states, the socialist commie bastards out there, why they wanted to lock down their towns, their cities, and their states so hard, and then states like Florida said, "No, we're not going to do that crap. I'm not going to, punish everybody." And it didn't really matter. But I just find it funny that it seems like everybody on the left was about lockdown, and the right was like, "No, we're not going to do that." I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Who did better coming out of it? Or in the process of coming out of it, because I can't say anything, or Mama Woj or YouTube Goon Squad out there might misconstrue my statements as the facts, other than just being opinion. Oh, God. Mama Susan. Ugh. I find it funny that someone like her, who's blatantly not qualified to run a hot dog stand, runs, I would say, the biggest, I would say, if not the biggest website on the internet. But then again, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, because let's say if she quits or whatever and moves on to something else, you get someone that comes in that's way worse. I know. All the pictures I saw Glenn Youngkin in, he lost his sleeves in a bet somewhere. I don't know. He was like, "Oh man, I was playing poker and I doubled down on my sleeves. And the river killed me, man. River killed me." At least he didn't lose his pants. Still about 5%, 87% reporting. Oh. Less than 5%. Yeah, he does. He likes vests. I'm not going to hold him to it. I'm not a vest guy, but some people are. So, 87% reporting according to Fox News, AP. And somehow Youngkin lost votes? Oh, I got a bad feeling, guys. Bad feeling. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Terry McAuliffe... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's at 52.03%, and McAuliffe's at 47.27%. They're not calling. Yeah, that's going to be too close to call tonight, and it's going to be wait till tomorrow morning. What did we heard that before, right? I'll just wait till tomorrow morning. We're going to stop counting the votes, and then they start counting the votes when everyone leaves. I mean, that allegedly happened. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, there. YouTube. I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say it. Ugh. I have a funny feeling that it's going to be so close that they're going to be doing recounts. And they're going to find votes. Terry has a soul? I think not. Yeah, he's up 4.7%. Are they saying, let's go, Brandon?
Great state of Arizona. We need to rally around Carrie Lake and help her out to get the word out of her agenda, which is very similar to.
Man. Well, we all knew this was going to happen once the Democrat cesspool started counting properly. Finally, this was going to happen. Ugh, unfortunately. Yeah, Otto, yes. Pretty much the next 13% of the vote's going to go towards, yeah. That's what usually happens right at the end for Virginia. It's really red, at the beginning, and then right at the end, that's what happens. Frickin' Virginia, man. God. I'm not white pilling or black pilling here, but geez. Just to see these numbers, you're like, gotta be crapping me. I mean, how is it possible? Because I'm trying to think about the neighborhood I live in. Not everyone thinks the same. So are they going to tell me that out of all these counties, it's just one poop blob of just blue? I just can't see that. Oh, but apparently it's that way. Yeah, New Jersey is not going to Republican. I want them to. Just ain't going to happen. There's too many ways New Jersey votes stupidly. Let's put it that way. Frickin' Dominion chains, man. Frickin' Dominion. Oh yeah, McAuliffe is saying he hasn't conceded and he won't. Oh yeah, he's saying, yeah, we need access to broadband, rebuild our schools. It's like, rebuild them. Why? What are we rebuilding? What are we changing? If you know that answer, then you're smarter than I think you are. Let's see what. Hold on. He's not conceding. There's no way.
And Virginia, we will continue to monitor all things political. Oh. They keep playing these songs, just firing up the crowd as you expect. And if you missed the rally yesterday.
Oh, that's insane. Still stuck at 87%. 87. Yeah, no problem, man. See ya. If you come back, cool. Not, I'll see you at another place, another time. Oh. They cannot be calling a victory speech right. There's no way. Oh, thanks, Otto. I'll check out your stuff too. I'll reciprocate that. If I figure out how to do it. There you go. One sub for another sub. All right. Oh, another news, like if you see up right here, like this wasn't going to be a foregone conclusion. Well, at least de Blasio won't be mayor anymore, but you still have another Democrat, Eric Adams, who doesn't seem as insane. But I hate to say that, in my opinion, every liberal, every Democrat, socialist, is insane. That's just an opinion. Yeah, I got some. And if you can stomach some of my videos, I try to keep them under 10 minutes because I realize everyone's attention span is about the attention span of a sand flea biting on a beagle in Algeria for some sort of medical. Yeah. 4%. 4%. Oh my God. It keeps getting worse. um, 1 second, I have to do something. Ugh. 4%. Good God. Let's see. Curious though. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hello there, Vanity on the Go. Hopefully some good news will come out tonight. Let's hope. For Virginia's sake, anyways. Good God. So apparently, this is from VPA VPAP updates. It says Republicans have picked up HD28 in suburban Richmond. That is a +4 on the night. Republicans need only 2 more seats to flip the chamber and realistically could end the night with 52 to 53 seats. With 52 seats, ours will have full control of judicial appointments. Oh, shoot. Look at that. That's some good stuff. Let's see. Oh, okay. So apparently, to this one guy here on Patriot.Twin says Fairfax reported 100%. Call it, Fox. Friday is mail-in ballot cheat day. And also, we should all do not get overconfident. Make sure Dems do not try to pull something last minute. Although I want to hear the potatoes' reaction. He was so sure 100% that he was, well, again, we don't know yet, but if Fairfax County is 100% calling it, as they've counted all their votes, that was, I guess, the votes tonight, and I guess the early voting. So maybe we load the screen one more again. Let's see, 88%. Okay. Oh, here's something else good. Republican Mike Carey wins special election for U.S. House seat in Ohio's 15th district. 2 special elections in Ohio and 1 in Florida were held Tuesday, fill vacant seats in the House. So, all right. Where's the Florida one? Okay. In Florida's heavy blue-leaning 20th congressional state, there's a jam-packed race to fulfill. 11 Democrats are running in the party's primary. The winner of the Democratic contest will be considered the overwhelming favorite in the January 11th general election. And then whoever Jason Mariner is, I hope for the best for you. Still 88%. Aye. Aye. Come on. All right. Let's see what these guys anything have to say new. McAuliffe refuses to concede. Close in Jersey. Sia Torelli is leading the contest with 70% of the vote in. He's on track to win. Just a reminder that Ziden won the state by 17%. Again, that's New Jersey, so what do you expect? It's not going to... Hope for the best, I suppose. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here I can't read. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of hot takes. I can't see. These peds, man, on Patriot.Win, man, they're insane. But they're my peeps. Well, not all of them. There could be some crazy ones I don't want to. Let's see here. Apparently, the Washington Post reported that the Republicans had an army of poll watchers throughout Virginia. Good. That is one of the things, if you don't run for office and you vote, and the other things you can do is like run for school board, be a poll watcher. We need those out there right now. Especially, we need to ensure a free and fair election. You know, I wouldn't be okay with it, but some part of me would be like, okay, it was fair and square this last time. But just in my opinion, of course, It's an opinion. It's not fact. There's Susan Woj and the Army of Goons. Let's see. It says, Youngkin just flipped HD 75 a majority black district because race was as discussed in political media rarely includes whiteness. Stories about Democrat erosion in white rural areas come from one direction. Why D's lost these voters by going too far, and not how the version of the Republicans, through an open embrace of grievance politics, are winning them anew. Okay, that's true. And I gave this analogy numerous times in a lot of my videos in the last 2 years. Basically, I'll try to keep it no, I'll just give you the full unabridged version of it. So here's what it's like voting. Let's say you voted. Every time you go into a restaurant, you order a specific soup, split pea. But every time you go in there, you order split pea, the waiter just cracks your head open with a bat every 2 to 4 years. That's what's like voting Democrat. You order the split pea, knowing full well that they're going to crack your freaking skull open. Like, not really, but I'm talking figuratively, let's put it that way. They just bust your head open. Whack. At some point in your life, you got to kind of look around and go, I'm not going to order the split pea. I'm going to order the French onion. I'm tired of, getting my head cracked in because of, these freaking Democrat douchebags. At some point, you'd have to think that after a while, you would do it. But there's a lot of people out there who, continue to vote the same way over and over and over and expect different results. Case in point, Chicago. There is a supermajority in Chicago. And just this week, or last week, right on Thursday, I think, or Friday, their city council stated or passed a measure to give 5,000 families $500 a month for basically universal basic income. You don't think that's not a vote buying scheme? It is. Indirectly, but it is. Why does this have sit on pets and animals? Oh my God. Maybe I'll get some more people out there. I did this stream, God, it was back in May. These two stupid birds, that are they set up a nest in my the eaves of my porch, and they gave birth, and I was just had a video camera on them, and after the birds came to got old enough, they flew off. I took a pressure washer and I blasted that nest out of there. I said, you mofos ain't coming back. At all. I don't care who you are. Let's see here. Let me go back to Fox News. So, Ciatrelli is up by 3-ish points in New Jersey. I don't know. Don't have much confidence. I hope so. Just imagine that. What the potato would say tomorrow morning. But again, they're not going to be done counting the votes until whenever. Okay, see, we're at 89%. Don't look at RSBN, but oops, they're at so AP Fox News 89%, and he's still up by 4%. That's if Fairfax County has been Let's see. Wow. That is a big... You have 121,000 more filthy commie scumbags who voted tonight. Wow. Oof. That's Fairfax County. Loudoun County. Fairfax County is 99.6%. Albemarle County. I used to live in James City County. Holy smokes. I did not know the county I lived in. Wow. Bringing the heat. James City County. I used to live in Williamsburg in Virginia. And, oh, Falcon, you're 100% correct. Don't worry, when we wake up, the governor will be a Democrat. Fairfax has to rescan the ballots 26 times until they get their desired result. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Out in Pittsylvania County, the percentage of people who voted was 75% Youngkin, but the county there doesn't have the population, say, Loudoun County or Fairfax or Prince William County. Prince William County is close. Holy smokes. And then what is this? Oh, this is out Roanoke. That's out by... that's out by, whatchamacallit? What, Virginia Tech, I think? I don't remember. I'll tell you what, Falcon. I just ain't gonna... I hear you, but I'm just not gonna read that comment. But I get it, man. I get it. I get it. Oh, something's coming.
Taught the Republicans that the MAGA agenda is institutional.
If you guys can hear that, let me know. You should be able to.
We're gonna let the votes come in. Watch as the totals come in. We're gonna put Fox back on so we can all track the votes as they come in. We love the way they're going. We're feeling good. Glenn's excited. Suzanne's excited. We want you guys to keep excited. We're gonna have a party, and we are gonna celebrate tonight. So thank you all for what you're doing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with Glenn with the campaign. We are gonna celebrate electing the next governor of Virginia tonight. Thanks, guys.
So yeah, basically they don't know. No, but Falcon, you missed it. They called Arizona from McAuliffe already, so. Wheeze! No, RSBN has called it, but, I'll tell you what. I am going to go on a quick break because I need some more personal fuel, if you know what I'm saying. I call this the Bloody Laszlo. It's my own unique version of the Bloody Mary. Unique, that is. All right. Okay. So, as of right now, 91% counted. McAuliffe is down 121,000 votes. Glenn Youngkin's 51.7%, and Terry McAuliffe is 47.6%. So, and if you look at the counties that have already, Frederick County's 95% called in, 92%. Loudoun County 99%, so he can't pull any more off that blue area. 99.6% precincts reporting in Fairfax County, and in Prince William County 95.8%. Terry McAuliffe leads there by only 6 points. And these other Brunswick County, I can't believe. Greensville, Sussex, then Charles City. Wow, that's Richmond. Okay, Richmond's Richmond. Yeah. Is it looking good? Sure. So Falcon 712 has stated, most appropriately right now, apparently you have to poop your pants to get the most votes, is what the potato has taught me. We need a Let's Go Brandon emoji. Just like LGB. So that's 91%. He has got, so McAuliffe has got to pull something. That's not going to help him. There's not many people down there to vote. I mean, it looks promising, to say the least. Like, just imagine the ramifications if this were to happen, the way we all hope it does. Good. Just imagine. For next year, for 2022. If the Republicans don't screw it up, that is 100% on them if they don't mess it up. Because, well, Republicans mess things up. So, just imagine that. So all that gun confiscation that was happening a couple years ago in Virginia, it's gone. Gone. Out the window. And if any one of those socialist douches that are the senators of Virginia, if one would quit, guess who gets to appoint a new senator? Youngkin. Same thing with New Jersey. If Citrelli beats out hi, I'm Phil Murphy. Imagine if he beats him out. Same thing. There's two senators that, if Cory Booker, does something stupid, which, give it a minute, he'll figure it out. He appoints senators. I think in Jersey they can appoint one temporarily until they do an immediate election. But the point being is that he appoints someone to take up that seat until someone votes. But yeah. Well, you see, Brandon, there was a water main break, even though they couldn't find a water main break. Yeah, I did. Let me tell you. Yeah, I'm not counting him either, but Let me tell you something about Georgia from what I know. I live in the Alabama, Florida, Georgia area. Barring like the bigger cities, like obviously Atlanta, Macon, probably throw Gainesville in there, perhaps, Savannah, Valdosta, Columbus, those major sort of human populations, they're usually blue. But the whole state of Georgia, it's not blue. It's dark red. I'm telling you, there's some savages out here who are not happy. And till this day, I have seen on both sides, on all three sides of the border, even Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, Trump signs, Trump 2024, they left the signs up. They're still there. Kind of like leaving the light on. But yeah, that's been some interesting times. Look at this. Wow, I'm 3D. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. People think, oh, Georgia's going to stay blue forever. No, you don't understand. You don't understand. There's some things that people don't necessarily understand about Georgia. They think that's like, oh, everybody out in the small towns, a bunch of racist hicks. No. Case in point, if you want to brush that broad stroke of all and demean a bunch of people in Georgia as being whatever, ists and phobes, drive into any small Georgia town, anyone, you're either going to find a Chinese restaurant or Mexican food restaurant. If their narrative is correct, then they wouldn't have those establishments. They would have IHOPs from the center of town all the way to the end. They just, oh. Ah. My other Bloody Mary's better earlier tonight. Okay, he's down to 3.8. They're 3.9, looks like. No. Oh, boy. Where are they getting these votes from? Do I even have to ask? Where are they getting these votes from? You know where. And that's when the moderators and Susan Woj peek up and go, where do you know where? Nothing. I'm just saying, Oh, yeah. Thought you'd say that. Ghouls. Ugh. And if you just look at this map of Virginia right there, what does that tell you about the whole state? Or you can take it further out, tell you about the whole country. Dominion Protocol number Sigma Chad 7 has been initiated. Oh, shit. But yeah, if you look at that, what does that tell you about Virginia? Just a few counties control all of what Virginia does. And the rest of these people here, they just get the big middle finger. They're like, we voted the way democracy works. Yeah, 2 wolves and a sheep deciding what's for dinner. Yeah, it'll work for the 2 wolves. And he working for that sheep. He's going, hey, wait a minute. This is bullshit. The wolves are like, Yeah, we voted to eat you. Sorry. 66.7% of the vote. We win. Whooshing. Come after you like the bib around their arm, like, ah. You know what, Falcon? That is on point. So the rest of the people that are in those red counties, for the most part, are serfs. Meaning that they take their cues from Richmond and Washington, D.C. And so what's good for Richmond, Virginia, is not necessarily good for Lee County, way out there in the boondocks. It's not good for them. It's not. But it is the system we all signed to, isn't it? Wow, that is close. 3.1%. 60% reporting in New Jersey. But even after that Project Veritas report on Phil Murphy just wait until after the election until he starts locking down New Jersey again. It is what it is there, folks. It is what it is. So if you keep voting, the same way over and over and over again and expecting different results, then I don't know. I don't think we can help you. Hello, Ryan Garcia. I don't know exactly what the kitty cat's there. That's some Illuminati stuff. 92%. And he is up. 3.2%. Yeah. What people don't necessarily quite understand, and this could even happen in red states where the blue population is lower than the red. They could, if they really wanted to exact change on their big bad, overlords, I can understand what about in Virginia. They could just put roadblocks up, burning tires in the major thoroughfares and go, here's what we want. If you don't do it, we're going to keep doing this. And challenge, whoever the governor is to push back on him. They could exact change. It's a little more, I guess, on the nose, sort of like the tactics they do in like Central and South America, where the perceived minority will go out and do something crazy, riot just a little too hard, and so 94%, and he is up by 2.8%. 2.08%, it looks like. Man. Yeah, I wouldn't be... Look at that booze. But, yeah. They could exact change that way. I just don't know if... Because if you get some real jackass governor who doesn't care, who just goes, well, you're going to burn some tires? Not a problem. We send the National Guard in. Therein lies the rub there, Falcon. Even during the pandemic, stuff was still getting in this country. Just fine. All of a sudden, these vaccine mandates and people started losing their jobs. Okay? Then our supply chain just starts to go tits up. So ask yourself, what happened there? Could it possibly, is it the virus killing off people? No. Are people not showing up to work because they're not getting jib-jabbed? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm a smart man. And I can tell you that if you remove the people that you called heroes last year, but now demean, if you remove them out of their jobs, you only make the situation worse. And the problem is that those goons up in DC, they don't want to negotiate. They're like, nope, we're doing this, and that's it. Or else. Or else you lose your job and you don't get unemployment. I don't know how that works. But apparently, they just deemed it like, you just don't get unemployment. Tough titties. Wait, what? Tough titties? What? What are you talking about? I talked to my doctor and he said not to do it. Well, of course, I'm getting punished. Or the religious exemptions. I find that funny. Where you can pretty much dress up like RuPaul, sashay into a woman's bathroom, stand up to pee, and call yourself a woman, and then immediately leave the bathroom, change out of those clothes, and call yourself a man. But you can't claim that I don't want to do this because it goes against my religious beliefs. That's not okay. Oh, I know. Florida, I was just there just last weekend, and I'll tell you what. I've been back and forth to Florida a few different times, and I'll tell you what. It looks like nothing has happened. Nobody wears a mask. Nobody. There are some people who do. Okay, I would say nobody, but I'd say 98% of the people walking around town, going to your kid's soccer game, having parties or whatever, they're not doing it. They decided it was over. The population in Florida, for the most part, decided it's over. We're done. And with help, of course, with help of the Governor DeSantis, they just said, "Nah, we're done. Sorry. Thank you. We're done. That's it." Why isn't the rest of the country with that same attitude? I think there's a lot of people out there that ever since this happened almost 2 years ago now, ever since this happened, they're resigned to the fact that they like the government telling them what they can and can't do. They love it. They feast on just being another grease in the wheels and the whole system, just a slob of grease. And the gears decide to use you when they need you, and sort of throw you off to the sides when they don't. When things get heated up a little bit, the grease leaks down and it slings them back up. So they're used to that sort of, being used as a puppet, being used as a sort of like a line item for your taxes. That's how they look at you. You're like nothing to them. You're just a scum. And I get it. I don't like the liberals, and I call them names. I detest their existence. I get it. Where I'm here, I'm calling them out them, calling us but goons or whatever, or idiots or useful. I get it. I told you from the offset in a lot of my videos, I am biased. I'm telling you that now. Because when I was going through my master's degree in history, they would always say when you do research, you need to get, relative sources, correct sources. If you can do it, read primary sources. That's best. Some of the most best information. Some of the best information you're going to get about any historical event or person. 94%. He is up by 3%. 2%. Jesus. 2.0. Yeah, grease in the cog. Probably not correct. I don't care. Yeah, 2.1%. Man, oh man. Oh, I know. That lead has almost been erased. I guarantee you, there's going to be some shenanigans tonight. Let's see what these savages have got to say over here. Yeah, 62,000 people per person leave. They're going to recount this crap. They're going to do it. So it says, to avoid election night meltdowns this year, everyone should know in advance Fairfax has changed its posting system and will not be reporting late. I will be reporting late. Youngkin will be ahead, obviously, until that happens. Wow. Wowie wow. Yeah. There's going to be some shenanigans tonight. Allegedly. Now he is only down by 1.8%. 95% reporting. Holy smokes. I mean, those big counties, they're about done. I don't know how much more they can count. Shit. But yeah, I sort of see something. Oops, hold on. I sort of see something happening. I think there's a good analogy like in baseball. They threw a slider back in November. And if you did a big whiff on that slider, they're going to do another slider right back at us during election time, because you're more likely going to whiff on that too if you were caught off guard. They're going to do it again. And, oh, nothing happened. But yeah. Holy smokes. 1.9%. 1.9%. Imagine my shock. Yep. The lead has just peeled off. Like as we said, once these big counties start doing their 19 different recounts, this is going to happen. Yeah. Is this how they're going to do it? I don't know. The lead right now is just under 57,000. But still, though, this shouldn't be this close. If the potato was the super duper awesome, most popular potato on earth, this wouldn't happen like this. McAuliffe would be crushing it. Allegedly, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I would say we won't know until Friday. Friday will determine what will be the full 100%, I guess, most free and fair election in Virginia since last year. So it's most likely. Princess Blanding. Okay. What's your name? Princess. No, really. What's your name? Princess. Oh, sorry. Oh. My bad. Newest. Yeah, that's what's interesting here is that I think if it regardless of which way it goes, they're gonna say it was stolen. McAuliffe was dancing. I just don't dance for that reason and that reason only. Oh, Mike Lindell. There cannot be, I would think, with 5% remaining, 58,000 more votes. I find that hard to believe, but this is the Democrats we're talking about. And again, the analogy sticks is that we whiffed on a slider last year. If it worked that time, they're going to do it again. Allegedly. Yeah, he does have a Dominion edge. Yeah, why would he be dancing if he didn't know anything? Something's up. Of course, something's always up. Yeah, New Jersey's going to have the same problem. The Republicans up, but they haven't counted the special counties yet. So, Phil Murphy, everyone's lovable authoritarian tyrant, will probably win re-election. Probably. Most likely. 1.1%. 1.9. My bad. Let's see what the RSBN people have got to say.
Really, if you got some very liberal people in your neighborhood, you want to make them mad, just simply go.
Yeah, so Mr. Babs over there, I don't know how they do that. I heard that once election day comes, they start burning to the machine. That's what I heard. But apparently what you're saying is that sometimes they wait till the polls closed and they burn through the early voting ballots. I don't think I like that. So, what time is it? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Actually, here's even a better thing. You don't have early voting. You vote on the day. How about that? I like that better. You vote on the day. You vote on the day. This would eliminate, I would say, 90% of the voter fraud. You vote on the day of the election. That's it. There is no like, well, I can't get my mom out of she's in. Nope. Too bad. Too bad. You can wheel her in on a gurney. Whatever you got to do. But this early voting crap, like 2-3 weeks out, what the shit? That is stupid. Oh my God, it's really stupid. I mean, it's not the stupidest thing I've heard, but it's pretty freaking stupid. I mean, obviously, you'd still keep absentee ballots in, but you need to set up a system to where if it's postmarked, it's got to be a postmark like a week out before the election. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can mail something out. And it's invalid if it shows up 3 months later. Yeah, but there's ways of getting out of that, like Maryland, or so. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, but you're talking about coordination with, thousands upon thousands of savages out there that want to do a forensic audit, but I don't know. I know like 3 people. I'm like, and 3 of them would go, nah, I don't want to be involved in that crap. Right, Skylar. That's the whole thing. You could, like I said, a lot of this illegal voting fraud bullcrap could be eliminated if you vote on the day. Obviously there's some countries out there in the world where Americans live. Every country that has an embassy, there's many people who work in the embassy. You could vote there's got to be ways of doing it. Like, you set up a voting system in these places, and it wouldn't be hard, because let's say there's only 50 people that work in the embassy and they could vote, and it would, you could definitely check there's voter fraud if there was like 1,000 people on that thumb drive or whatever, or that data package that was sent that had, 950 more people. You're like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't BS. And you go to sort of investigate. This way, you don't know what people's been doing for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Oh. 2.8%? Yeah. But yeah, you just don't really know. Because I always hear these reports, and I never could validate them, to where there'd be some like county that had, or voting district that had whatchamacallit, that had like 127% voter turnout. I was like, wait, what? If a county has 100% of a population, you can have plus 27. Where did they come from? I don't know. So, I just think that you should vote on the day. Vote on the day. Oh, the witching hour at 3 a.m.? Yeah. 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 Definitely the witching hour. Yeah, like, was it in Pennsylvania? Like, Trump was ahead, and all of a sudden, old potato shot up and went, like, that doesn't happen. Statistically speaking, that just doesn't happen. But again, that's just my opinion. Blah, blah, blah. Democrats flip a coin 154,000 times. Let's. Now you know how it works. All right, I got a question out there in chat so we can probably think of something else here while this insanity comes to an end. Your favorite production car? Possibly the one you own, but what is your favorite car to own? I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the one. Actually, better yet, just tell me the car that you drive right now, and is it the only one that you have been driving? For me, Toyota. I own 2, 3, 4. I own 4 Toyotas and a Nissan Versa. And I guess I'm brand loyalty. I have a 2009 Tundra with 154,000 miles on it, and I'll drive that thing till the wheels fall off. Then we have like a 2021 Toyota Highlander, and then we got 2 FJ40s, which Land Cruisers, which are one's a 78 and one's an 82. So, and yes, they both work and run. That's why I like Toyota, because Biden gas price. No, I can't. With a Tundra, I get about 15 miles to the gallon. It's not fun. My Land Cruisers get even worse. You get about 8. Yeah, I think after Toyota would be something Ford. Yeah, so everyone's got fairly new. The Highlander's cool, but there's so many freaking bells and whistles on it, and radar, and I think even got Gator. I don't know, but it's got a lot of shit on it, and it's just like it's almost too much. My '09 Tundra was right before the year or two, right before they started putting Bluetooth and all the Generation 2 Tundras. So I think they're up to Generation 4 now, and they're actually here's something crazy. Before, for Tundras, you can get it a 4.7 V8 or a 5.7 V8. Now they're going the way Ford is. They're only doing like twin turbo V6s, like 2.8 liter, twin turbos. It's like, all right, that's 2 things that could just not work on you. It's like, great. So, yeah, my our Highlander gets about 27-ish. But we use the other one, like the Versa. That one's got 150,000 miles. It's like a commuter for my wife. She'll drive into work. Because why put miles on the Highlander? But honestly, I don't know. You always get that point to where you're like, well, I don't want to put miles on my car. It's like, then why'd you buy one? If you don't want to put miles on your car, just park in the garage and get a bike. I don't know. But yeah, I think anything. Here's the crazy thing about my Tundra. It was built in Texas. Your Ford, your Chevy, most likely was built in Mexico. So, I mean, what car is more American? Crazy new masterpiece called Inscription. No, I have not. I wonder what it is. I don't want to Google it, but you can go ahead and tell me. RSBN's still waiting for Youngkin's victory speech in Virginia. They're a little bit presumptuous. A little bit presumptuous. Oops. It's F5. Indie masterpiece inscription. Let me. Is that like Pokemon Go? I like this right here. It says, Virginia Department of Elections. Commissioner says election is about as smooth as we can ask for. Do you believe that? Piper's assertion came amid claims that some voters were turned away for not wearing facial diapers. You can trust him. He's got a full beard and a bald head. He means business, yo. Well, I don't want to pay with my life. Still encouraging news at 96% now. He is still down by, he's still up by 2.8%. Excuse me. Oh, man. I would play like Fortunate Son right now, but copyright. See, I could play Fortunate Son while I was on Odyssey. If I live stream there, they wouldn't care. There is a mechanism to take down videos, but they have to be fucked up for your video to be freaking pulled off Odyssey. Let's go, Brandon. Hell, fuck yeah. Let's go, Brandon. Meh. 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 Brandon, come here. Yeah, I saw that. He actually gained some votes. Thank God. I just need a win, man. Just give me a win. Hopefully God gives me this win. That would be awesome. He's like, all right, look. That whole November thing, I'm sorry, but there's bigger plans ahead. How about we do this? I'll give you this, Laszlo. I'll give it to you. Thank you. You're welcome. FJB. FJB. No, I'm not doing ASMR. God, no. I'll get it on it too. Let's fucking go. Oh, they're really calling out your name. Let's go, Brandon. No, Mr. Burns, they weren't booing you. They were saying, Burns. 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 Right. Burns. Man, what time is it? Man, do I want to do this all night? Yeah, I'll do it all night. Screw it. I got something better else to do. Yeah, I always ponder that. It's like, is he like out there going, Or is he just like, yeah. No, I always wondered about if God is actually in control of everything that goes on, or he sort of just goes on autopilot and goes, whatever happens will happen. Human nature is human nature. They can decide for themselves. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. Yeah, that's exactly right, John. I mean, he needs 50,000, I think, but it's 96% in, and he is still 86,000 ish ahead. That's a lot. I don't see. I don't know. Maybe the mail-in will screw over Youngkin, but I don't know. But I agree that he needs 40 to 50,000 to pull this out. But if you look at how this country is, we're all so freaking divided. That trying to pull off that amount is almost insane. I don't even think you can. Maybe not. Like I said, shoot. Doink doink. In Loudoun County, they reported 99%, so they're pretty much done. Fairfax, 99.6% counted, and 99% for Prince William. And then Albemarle County, Albemarle, I think that's how you say it. 97% reporting. And these small Richmond counties. Well, yeah, so Falcon, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a biblical expert here. I just think that it's like, there's that, I don't know if you want to call it a saying, but it's like sort of like people who are anti-religious will say, well, if God loves you so much, why did he give your kid cancer? It's like, I don't know. Maybe this shit just happens. And, because if he's an omnipotent God, he can do what he wants. He could just wipe it out completely. But just think, if you wiped out all hunger and you wiped out all cancer and all diseases, you really think all of us are just going to be like happy-go-lucky and walk down the street hand in hand? If there's nothing of course there's going to be something. We're human beings. We're savages. Of course something's going to happen. So that's probably why he doesn't do it, I'd assume. Just because if you remove all dangers of life, your human nature just finds danger. Something's gonna get boring. You're gonna get mad at your neighbor because he cut his grass too short or whatever, and something's gonna happen. Right, Skylar. I guess this depends on which counties haven't been counted yet. Yeah, the election's pretty freaking interesting, but as I was saying, I project and I hypothesize that this is not going to get hashed out until Friday. Just because of how, last November, the last cycle hit. It was just, whatchamacallit. It just didn't make any sense why it was, 3 months later, they're still counting ballots in North Dakota, for example. I know they didn't, but it just didn't make any sense. It was like, what do you? There's only a finite amount of people in a county or a district. So how can you keep counting? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they're Mole. Thanks for coming. Hit like, subscribe, share, whatever. I'm surprised he is still in the position that he's in right now. I mean, earlier when I started, he was up 10%. I knew it was going to come down because once you start counting these behemoths right there, bohemian behemoths right here. When you got all them right there and they had to count hundreds of thousands of ballots, of course, some shenanigans compared to, like, say, this county over here, Tazewell County, which is only about 14,000 people voted compared to 200,000. I could see it. No, the cemeteries have yet to be counted. So yeah, Mole, I think that is the going, I guess, $64,000 question. Or if you're an astute gambler, this is something you'd bet on, that Glenn Youngkin would lose right at the end. I'd like it to be fair, let's be honest, but when you're political, I'm not a Republican, but I would say I caucus with them. I was like, well, I'd rather have them there than socialists. I mean, I know that's like asking, like, well, you know, would you rather have your hand cut off or just one finger cut off? It's like, well, I don't want either of that. I guess I'll take one finger to cut one finger off. I consider cutting your hand off, you know, voting Democrat, but I just don't see, you know. Well, there's the New Jersey. He's up 0.9%. Yowzers. That New Jersey election, that was actually closer than I thought it would be. I don't even know. I knew Phil Murphy was running again, but I didn't know he was up against that Republican. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, I still don't know who he is because I never looked. I'm like, why even give yourself some interest in, you know, something like that? Like the New Jersey governor's race, you know they're going to vote filthy Democrat. Same thing with, like, I'm really concerned who the Republican challenger to or Dianne Feinstein. Who cares? They're going to lose. So it's like, why even talk? So any news channels talk about the Red Mirage for Virginia like they did for the... No. I was talking about earlier, I don't listen to... Unless it's like Rebel News or something like that. I don't watch like local news or the news at 6:30 or Fox News much anymore. If anything at times, so I don't know what they're saying, other than I'm using Fox News as the results come in, sort of like it sort of updates. Yeah. About a minute behind. Why am I getting this stupid error? Oh, drop frames. So no, I don't know if they talked about the Red Mirage. I did hear about that, so you know, it is what it is. So Mullis goes on to say, but even if they do steal it from him, it makes the Democrats look bad because Virginia's a stronghold for them. I mean, to us, yeah, to the people who didn't vote for McAuliffe, or I guess didn't vote at all, whatever. I think, yeah, they're gonna be mad, but you think the liberals are gonna be mad? The Democrats that oh, they didn't steal. It was the most free and fair election ever. But yeah. That's correct. If they have to steal it, that makes it look bad for them, because if Virginia's solid, look at Virginia right there. This county, this county, this county, this county. He's over here in Chesapeake and Norfolk. The 3 counties southeast of Richmond, and these 3 up here by Washington, D.C., they decide what the rest of Virginia does. They decide. This is just the way how democracy works. Too bad they didn't have like an electoral college, say in here, Virginia. That'd be pretty interesting. It'd be pretty interesting if they went to electoral college system for all the states. Pretty interesting. Yeah, but I don't know if that losing ground sticks. Maybe this is just a, I don't know, a blue moon occasion where they just happen to, pull it out barely at the end. But it doesn't really necessarily say they're losing ground. It just means like some people just didn't like McAuliffe. It would be cool for like electoral college for all states. It probably won't really make sense for like say Rhode Island maybe, but maybe it would. I don't know. Because when you have 10 counties out of 50, 60 determine what the rest of you have to pay, how much your gas prices are, that's fucking bullshit. But I don't know, Falcon. I think they had enough forethought that they saw the cities, because at the time New York City was huge. I mean, relatively speaking, on a new continent, relatively huge in that part of the world, not like say London or, let's say Paris or something like that at the time. It's just, I'm pretty sure they knew that given enough time, more people were going to come here and have carnal knowledge and have kids. I don't necessarily agree with that, Falcon, just because maybe not 300 million, because I'm trying to think how many people exist at the time the Constitution was written. I think it was maybe a billion. Don't quote me on that. And so the colonies weren't that big, but it's still one of the best frameworks for a government. I mean, but yeah, historically speaking, constitutional republics, or just flat out republics, their half-life is about 300 years. I mean, how long did the Roman Republic last? Not that long, considering that, if you look at how much time has been recorded since humans, started walking upright, it's very small. But for Roman times, it was pretty long. But we're at let's see. So say 1783, we'll call around about, and then in the 2030s, it'll be was it sesquiquent, the 250-year anniversary of the United States, I think, something like that. 2026, yeah, that'll be the 250th year. But I'm talking about the Constitution was written, but this is what happens when you have the bloody Laszlo right here. I know it's Tito's, Worcestershire sauce, pickle juice, salt and pepper. California's a pepper plant. What else? Ice. I know what you're thinking. Pickle juice? How dare you? It tastes good. I saw it in a recipe. I'm like, yeah, that's good. I'm getting my vegetables in right now. Looks like yeah, okay. If those numbers are correct, which I wouldn't necessarily doubt you, that would mean It's kind of hard to see what their inner thoughts were if they didn't write them down in their biography or some sort of journal. So you don't know if they actually thought that, the country could never get to 330 million people and to where it was. A bucket of salt, yeah. So I just think that what we know is that they laid the framework out for the Constitution. Like they gave us 10 amendments, 5 articles, Declaration of Independence, and the preamble. And they're like, okay, here you go. Here's how we basically build a country. And it worked until it really didn't. Obviously, with slavery, it wasn't that wasn't the reason why slavery wasn't taken off, because they were talking about doing it, is because there's a few states in the South that weren't going to sign on, because all 13 colonies had to sign on to it. And I think it was Georgia and South Carolina said, nah, we're not going to do that, because slavery's got to be on board. So instead of being disjointed, they just said, okay, fine, we'll get back to that later. Well, they got back to it in 1861. But there was a lot of things that happened between 1861 and the signing of the Declaration, or the signing of the Constitution, regarding slavery. There was if you just look at history, there's just so much history with antebellum slavery. It's very interesting to see that. You would think that 90% of the people in the South owned slaves. It was like 0.5% of the total population who owned big, plantations actually owned slaves. It's just the way it was. And I think I'll leave it at that. But he is still up 3% at 96%. 3%. Holy crap. That's a good point, Falcon. So we think, so what you have there, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. What I'm saying is the in the history department, I learned about this thing called the Whig interpretation of history, where we're in the age of the internet. Basically, we have information at our fingertips. You can find out what someone's opinion is half a world away. So right now, we think we're smarter than everyone behind us, to include our, we're smarter than our parents, smarter than our grandparents, smarter than our great-grandparents, etc. Because we have the internet, we have all this information in our hand, we have TVs and cars and all this other crap. I don't necessarily think that our founding fathers were just some, classic stupid rubes. They were intelligent. They had to know that technology was going to continue further out. But they left us essentially the Constitution to where we can change it if we want. We can add things. We can delete things. And we've done that many, many times, in the last, 100 years. So I don't think we're necessarily any smarter than, say, like, our founding fathers. But your assumption is not necessarily wrong. It's just you have like a sort of you sort of judge the past through the eyes of like the 21st century, which is, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just I don't personally would do that, because it doesn't necessarily give these guys behind us credit that they so deserve. But the other thing is correct. They seem to only have pockets of goodness with bad most of the time. Yeah. So that a lot of times, in the past, when your crops would fail, you would say, well, I must have pissed God off because X, Y, and Z. You know, it couldn't have just been your poor planting practices. And so I must have done something wrong. But not necessarily correct. So Youngkin gained and only needs 33,000 votes to win. He is up 92,000 according to Fox News, if you see in the center of the screen. He's up 92,000 votes. And I don't even know if that's in the realm where McAuliffe can call for a recount. But that is why McAuliffe hired the Elias lawyer. God, I did a video on it. It was like this really scummy group of lawyers that fight election counts and stuff like that. And people were asking, was like, why'd you hire these people? And he didn't answer it. He refused. So he must know something we don't either. So if he gets really close, he's going to start, lawsuits are going to come out of the woodwork. Because winning Virginia is probably more important than winning West Virginia. New Jersey, probably way more important. But yeah, he's up Mas Menos 3%, which is insane. Shouldn't be this close. Yeah, I think it depends, obviously, on what state. Sometimes it's as low as 0.5%. Sometimes it's 2%, 1.5%. I'd have to check, but I'm not going to. So we'll go with 1.5%. They may still try to call a recount, just because they're Democrats and they're dirty tricksters. Yeah, I also saw that with New Jersey. Holy crap, 75% reporting. But again, I don't think they've gone into the counting of the very large counties. So we'll see. I kind of... All right, let's go see what... Let's see what these guys over here got to say. So yeah, so what is funny is that this was 39 minutes ago. McAuliffe started like gaining a bunch of votes, and all of a sudden it's back to 90-ish, but 90-ish thousand. Who's this? Oh. Oh, okay. This, apparently she's the Miss Winsome Sears, a Marine, might be the new lieutenant governor of Virginia. Holy smokes. I would not want to mess with this lady. And she's sitting there with that, God, what is that, an 18-inch barrel? Oh, this lady looks badass. I'm telling you. Winsome Sears, I'm telling you, she looks badass. Holy smokes. Let's see what they say. This is awesome. They're in Fairfax County. They're trying to create a water leak. Anywho. Let's go to new. Left us set by how many poll watchers we had in Virginia. So as of moments ago, 96,000 up on McAuliffe. I actually agree with what this sentence right here. I'm not going to say it, but I'll highlight it where you can read it. Anyways. Apparently, the previous record for turnout in Virginia, the gubernatorial election, was 2.5 million. That was 2017. Tonight, over 3 million have voted in Virginia. Right. No, I was looking. I kept seeing Winsome Sears. Like, who's Winsome Sears? And I kind of ignored him. Like, I don't know who that is. And apparently, if correct, I think she'd be the first African American woman. I don't know anything about her, to be a lieutenant governor of Virginia. And she's Republican, obviously, because she's holding that badass AR-15. Oh, look what Terry McAuliffe tweeted. Folks, not everything is counted, and we're still waiting for a lot of votes to come in. Sounds presumptuous, doesn't it? And we want to ensure every Virginian's voice is heard. No, you do not, Terry McAuliffe. You don't. Don't lie to me. Van Jones has total meltdown.
You do have the grassroots folks out there fighting for this on the Democratic Party side. The stakes are high. When this election is over in Virginia, we will know. Have we seen the emergence of the Delta variant of Trumpism? The Delta variant of Trumpism. In other words, Youngkin, same disease, but spreads a lot faster and can get.
Are you kidding me? So that scumbag socialist, Van Jones, has the balls to call us a Delta variant? Fuck you. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Uh-oh. Virginia Democrats go. Read that one. This guy right here, apparently he was going around removing his opponent's campaign signs while driving on a suspended license. His license was suspended for a DUI last year. Only it issued warnings both times. When, of course, he's a Democrat, and he lost tonight. Poor baby. Poor baby. No, Van Jones is, God, he's just not good. I don't care how you look at it. Just Adam Crickler, the Lincoln Project. We're coming for you, Glenn Youngkin. Adam Crickler goes, isn't he a little old for you? Because you know why? Because the Lincoln Project. So I've done this in the past where I've called liberals a virus, sort of tongue-in-cheek, maybe not so tongue-in-cheek. Well, there just goes my point. A liberal can call us a virus, and they'll never get called out on it. I'll call liberals a virus. I'll probably get called out on it somehow. But they're okay. They can do it. It's insane. Insane. That's 54 minutes ago. Okay, yeah. There's Winsome Sears right there. She's the first black or a female lieutenant governor, former Marine, naturalized citizen. Yeah, and so MSNBC will call her the blackface of white supremacy. Unbelievable. That's what that's what they'll do to her. Let's see what he says. Oh, she hasn't tweeted anything yet. Good for her. I hope it. Come on. Ugh. One of these days I'll fix this. Winsome Sears. What? They're back to 94%. What? So he's still up 98,000. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. So yeah, he's still up 98,000 right now. I mean, good. I guess. Yeah, I was just talking about that Falcon. I saw it. It went from like 96 to 94. So I don't know if necessarily that's Fox News or it's an AP thing. Could be both. And then Citrelli is up still 2%-ish. Youngkin is still up 3-ish%. Uh-oh. Why did the resolution go? Why did it poop on me? Why did it poop? Oh, man. Well, I don't know if it was a counting error or... Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if what we can hold him accountable for. Maybe it was just a... the total votes went up, and I guess... I don't know. Now, if it went down to like 50%, I'd be like, oh, this is some, BS, of course. God, what a stooge. What a stooge. Yeah, he is up 3.11%. Or 09, I think. I can't do math. The recount. I hope not. Because if they start counting votes right now again, that seems a little fishy. But again, I wouldn't hold it past these clowns to try to disenfranchise voters. Is he coming out? Yeah, I don't think Youngkin's going to call the win unless McAuliffe calls him and goes, and it can happen. Yeah, Winsome Sears, first black, first woman, first Marine, first I guess she was. I don't know. I don't know what country she came from. Woman to win the lieutenant governor seat in Virginia, and she's a Republican. I didn't see that coming. Holy shit! Because if anything, let's say if the other knucklehead gets in, well, guess who's there? A based savage that's gonna go, oh really? You want to do this? Hey, McAuliffe, go yourself. So Steve Scalise is saying Governor-elect Youngkin's victory is a huge win for parents who are concerned about education for their families as much as massive voter rejection. So some people are starting to, okay, Jamaica. I figured because of the name Winsome Sears, he usually has those sort of names. But yeah, that's freaking awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. You know, it's like, I would say, a Marine. That's awesome. And then, you know, her being a woman, I guess, and then her being black, I guess. You want to add those, the first things to happen. That's good. I mean, I'm glad it's not a socialist shit. You know. Let me see if I can pull something up on her. Let's see. Okay, so there's Winsome Sears right there. She's the winner of the lieutenant governor race will become the first woman of color to serve in the Virginia's. Sears 57 is running alongside gubernatorial candidate Glenn Youngkin. She'll be the first black woman to win statewide office in Virginia. Holy shit. And so she's all about the AR-15. Holy smokes. So they're back up to 95%, and he's still about 90-ish thousand ahead. 92. Dang, that's cool. Well, good for her. I don't know what lieutenant governors do in Virginia, but we'll see, right? Yeah, John, I don't really see I don't know. Because I'm still looking at the reporting, and it's still, at this point, he's not necessarily lost like a plus or minus like 2 or 3,000, right around 90,000 votes ahead. So I don't see how, I mean, unless you shenaniganize this, but I don't see how you possibly could, well. So Citrelli is up 0.03%. Not looking good for Republicans in New Jersey. Well, yeah, Skyler, that's probably what happened because, especially that Loudoun County thing, where in McAuliffe say, we have people to decide what's best for your children at school, so shut up. And then you have Scott Ziegler from the Loudoun County School Board, who lied and said there was no assaults in a women's bathroom, which there were, which turned out to be 2 times it happened. So, yeah. Yeah, every time I No, I don't think they have to cheat in New Jersey because it's a foregone conclusion that it's not going to happen. A Republican ain't going to win there unless you, I don't know, flood the beach with no. The sea levels rise and wipe out the Jersey Shore. You might be able to win, but I kind of doubt it. Oh. Ba-doo. Democrats never forget how to cheat. Never. They're all about it. Oh, wait. Did I have that on? God dang it. I need to learn how to OBS properly. Hold on, I gotta go back. Oh, okay. That was lame. Again, he's 91,000 ahead. Which is insane still right now. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. I'll be right back. Oh! COVID. All right. Still on, apparently. I haven't pissed off Mama Susan and the moderators yet. All right. That would never happen. It may. so Salty Cracker tonight did a video because media, media panicking as they say Democrats have to print out another 100,000 ballots to win. I thought it was funny. Oh. Oy vey. Well, folks, I'm going to call it because I need to go to sleep. So yeah, if Youngkin wins, we'll see return to the fiery but peaceful protest. Absolutely. We'll leave it. We'll end on that, Falcon, because you're 100% correct. The whole issue of isms will come back full force.